Hello guys, it's Hochi. Welcome back to Destiny. Today we're going to do a little let's play of some Vanguard ROC strikes. I'm going to use the Crota's End raid weapons. I've only got time for a couple of strikes, so I'm going to switch it up. I have 2 weapons in each strike. We'll start off with the Abyss Defiant and the Oversoul Edict in the first strike. So let me equip the Abyss Defiant. I'll show you I'm using red dot ORS with hip fire, perfect balance. Just wanted to do a little play-in, basic.
Far below the Ishtar
Oh, nice, Nexus. This is my favorite of all the strikes, probably. I think the Devil's Lair is probably my favorite, and this being my second favorite, actually.
This nexus must be stopped, and the mind that controls it destroyed.
I just wanted to do something a little bit more personable, though. Just playing the game, having some fun, showing some of these raid weapons I've been talking math numbers about, confusing people probably. Like, let me just show some gameplay, have some fun, talk to you guys. For this first part, the waves of enemies, I'll use Abyss Defiant. After the waves, I'll switch to Oversoul Edict for the second half.
Picking up multiple servitors.
The Abyss Defiant is a pretty strong weapon. I mean, I like it. I'm just not a big auto rifle fan. I like it more than I ever liked the Atheon's Epilogue, though. I mean, I never really liked using Atheon's Epilogue unless it was a Void, Nightfall, or Weekly. And other than that, I didn't really use it. But I feel like this is a gun I could actually use. But at the same time, it's against stronger enemies, it feels very weak. A lot of primaries do, though. Like, you really shouldn't use primaries on, like, major or ultra enemies. So I guess the same can be said either way. But, like, on this guy, I'm hitting 131. It's going to take a while. It's going to take probably, if I was by myself, 8 clips of this gun. Even hitting headshots. Just to take down this servitor, which is a little ridiculous. Like I said, though, it's not the intention. The intention is simpler enemies is what you use your primaries on, these normal guys. I could definitely see using this gun, though, in general. It's not a bad gun. I will tell you my personal favorite as I'm going through all this gameplay is the Vanguard ROC out of the 4 guns. My second place is Word of Crota. 3rd place, Abyss Defiant. 4th place, Oversoul Edict. In terms of which ones I like. I don't have the Necrochasm yet. I've been eligible for loot on hard mode, killing Crota 9 times now. I've actually killed him probably 6 additional times just helping out people. But I've yet to have the crux drop for me. I've seen it drop for other people. I have my Eidolon ally ready to go, so all I gotta do is get the drop eventually. Those of you wondering, I actually have every exotic in the game, except for the Galahorn. That includes armor and all weapons. I have every single exotic. One day I'll get the Galahorn. Probably over 1,400 hours have been played in this game alone,
We're getting close.
and I have yet to see it.
Detecting a massive surge from the dig site below us.
I think the week I get the Galahorn is going to just be a huge celebration week. Like, I'll probably do videos talking about how excited I am I finally got it. I'll probably help tons of people with content like Crota just to be like, hey, I've got a maxed Galahorn now, finally. I'll help everybody. Every Friday, Xur comes, and I'm mildly excited because there's that rare possibility that he could have it. And of course he's yet to have it since week 2 when I didn't know it was good, neither did pretty much anybody else. I should have done my research. You know, I actually think I might have bought the Galahorn week 2 and dismantled it for energy. I seriously think I might have. I have no way of knowing for sure. I mean, I do have the Grimoire card, but people have told me that you get that card just for being near people that are shooting it. I don't know if that's true, but I do have the Galahorn Grimoire card, and I do remember at the beginning of the game buying stuff from Xur just to dismantle it. But I only really remember doing it for armor, for shards, because I was trying to get to level 30. But there's a possibility I did it with the Galahorn. And I would feel like a big idiot if I knew that for certain, and it was true. You live and you learn, though. I'll get it eventually.
That's got to be the Nexus.
Probably after a House of Wolves. Although it probably will get harder with each release, because there'll just be more exotics in the pool. Maybe I should turn off the DLC when I do the Nightfalls. Oh god, I was supposed to change weapons, people. Come on, people, you gotta remind me of these things. I'm just messing with you. Oversoul Edict. Alright. I'm sorry I don't have a long time to play. You know, these strikes sometimes take 10-15 minutes apiece. And I don't have an hour to record and then have to upload onto YouTube all that content. I just can't do that right now. I do have a family, kids. Got a lot of stuff going on. Looking for a house right now to build a studio in. If you see the quality of my stream, or not my stream, rather, my recording here, you'll probably see fuzzies around my face and my chair. It's the green screen fuzzies because I don't have proper lighting. Thanks for sticking with me while things aren't perfect. I am a perfectionist. Things will get better over time. It's a little bit of a learning process right now. I've been doing videos longer than a lot of people in this community have probably been alive. One of my first videos I ever made was about Halo 2, and actually got picked up by Xbox Magazine March 2005, so 10 years ago. And there's a article in there about some tricks and stuff I did in Halo 2 in March 2005 OXM. So yeah, I've been doing videos over 10 years, just not on a steady schedule. I've decided as of February 1st, call it a late New Year's resolution, I decided to just start making videos, because I'm always wanting to do it and I'm always not doing it, because I mean I work full-time, I've got a family, like I said, we're looking for a house. I'm a busy man. I don't have a lot of time aside from the time I do have playing this game. I don't have a lot of time to actually spend making content, but that's going to change. Like I said, I've made the resolution that I'm going to upload at least a video every day, if it's at all humanly possible. If I ever miss a day, I'll make sure to do 2 another day to make up for it. I don't know, I'm just wanting to be a little bit more in the scene, I guess you could say, again, as I used to be when I was younger with the Halo videos. And Bungie's really renewed my interest in console gaming. After Halo 3, I started not really liking Halo that much. I played Halo 4 and I played Reach. I played a lot of Call of Duties. Like, the last favorite Call of Duty that I played was Black Ops, the original. A lot of people really like Black Ops 2. It was okay, but the original Black Ops for me was the last great Call of Duty game. I loved it. And that's saying a lot, because I never liked the Treyarch games up until that point. I was not a big fan. I was a Modern Warfare guy. And so anyway, I haven't really been playing much console gaming in a long time. I've been playing MMOs, Star Wars The Old Republic, Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn, and Destiny's really brought me back into console gaming, and it's brought 2 genres together that I love, which is a MMO style looter with a shooter like Halo used to be, and a Call of Duty mixture. It's like all these games mixed together perfectly, and a lot of people, it's not for them. They don't like it. They make their opinions well known. in many avenues on YouTube, Twitch, the forums, Reddit. But honestly, like, you talk about a game being made for somebody, this game is made for me. Like, I absolutely love it. I'm out of bullets. So yeah, the Oversoul Edict, I don't mind it that much. It's weak. It's a pulse rifle. You know, it's getting buffed. 9.7%. Ooh. It still won't be as good as the Word of Crota or the Fang of Ute. I really should just shoot the boss at this point. I know he's about dead, right? Alright. Let's just get this killed and move on, so we don't run out of time. Yay!
Great work.
Go ahead and switch weapons so I don't forget. We'll start off with Word of
One
Crota.
tendril of the Vex surge has been severed, but their presence here still grows. In other dark places, far out of our reach. We must continue to understand their power and haunt the realms where they gather.
Yeah, I just wanted to show a little bit of gameplay. These weapons, I've showed numbers, I've showed, you know, damage versus level 33 Thrall. But I haven't really just shown general gameplay, like in the casual content. How do these weapons perform? And from this strike, you see the Abyss Defiant Oversoul Edict. Let me say it like this. They're very usable. They're very usable in these lower level strikes. They do decent damage. They're not great. I guess that's the best way of putting it. They're not great. I personally, given I have other options, would not use those two. Abyss Defiant, I will use in Omnigul because it disorients the wizards, and I'll use it pretty much after the first two areas. When you're getting to Omnigul, I'll switch to it, and that's the only time I'll use it in a strike, is Omnigul usually. I will never use Oversoul Edict. Like, the penetrating the wall of darkness on the knights is nice, but I mean, in strikes, I don't see it being that useful, or in the raid, for that matter. The Oversoul Edict is just garbage in my opinion. But if you really like pulse rifles, you want them 3-round bursts, use it. It's not horrible. I just don't like it. That's the best I can say. Nexus again. Wow, 2 Nexuses.
A world-eating machine transforming Venus into another link in their intergalactic chain. This nexus must be stopped.
Look at that. We both have the hard mode raid ship.
Destroyed.
That is, yeah, his is hard mode, yeah. Those of you that don't know, by the way, I do have 3 level 32s. I don't duplicate any classes. I have a Warlock, a Titan, and a Hunter. The Warlock was my first class, my main, and I preferred it in Vault of Glass. But with the release of The Dark Below and Crota's End, the Hunter actually has transitioned to be more of my main, even though it's technically my 3rd character, and you know, it was the last on the totem pole in a way back in Vault of Glass days, and it's grown now to be my favorite. And that's mainly the Blade Dancer is the reason why. You know, being able to go invisible and wait on Crota to get down and hit him immediately is amazing, and I love being the Sword Bearer. I have personally killed Crota on hard mode as the Sword Bearer probably 10 times. I'm sorry, that's over exaggerating. I've killed him 4 times, I believe, myself. I've attempted it many other times on Titans and such. I never have had success on hard mode with anything but a Hunter, and that's not really my fault. It's mainly the timing of the other people that I've been with when I've been making those attempts. I gotta remember to change weapons this time. And hey, maybe I'll get some kills if these guys don't kill everything. Oh hey, here we go. the reason I prefer the scout rifle and the hand cannons in this game is I'm a fan of numbers, and I like that 1540 popping up when I kill stuff right there. Like, that is nice. I want to see those high numbers in the thousands. Sure, an auto rifle can shoot faster, and if you add up the damage, it might, you know, be in the thousands, but you don't get to see that big number pop up. And that's what I like. I'm a numbers guy. I want to see that strong damage.
Okay.
Wow, we're done already? That's it for the Word of Crota? I guess, let me kill these guys before I switch. This ain't a whole lot of gameplay. You're just seeing me be a bad shot. It's not very entertaining. I'm sorry. Blame these guys. I don't know. They're tearing stuff up. That's for sure. Alright, Fang of Crota, or, sorry, Fang of Ute. Fang of Crota would be an interesting gun. You know, by the way, speaking of the hand cannon and the pulse rifle, the Word of Crota and Oversoul Edict, something bugs me about this. I feel like the Bad Juju was the Crota's End pulse rifle, and I feel like the Thorn was the Crota's End hand cannon. Like, I mean, I don't know why I feel like that, but the way they're designed, they look like Crota's End weapons, and they have interesting, cool perks that maybe they don't benefit Crota's End as much, but they were probably changed. But I really honestly, and it's probably complete BS and untrue and just speculation on my part, obviously, but I feel like the Thorn was the hand cannon originally, and the Bad Juju was the pulse rifle. And basically, if this is the case, from a developer's point of view, you know, they decided either at the last minute to add the exotic bounties, and they needed guns to put in those places, so they took them out of future content. Since this content wasn't ready yet, it would be easy to replace those guns later on. So they pulled them out of Crota's End, and they made them be the exotic bounties. It makes sense to me. I'm a developer, I don't make games. But I do programming. I've been doing it for a long time. Over 13 years, professionally. And, I mean, that seems like something that could be the case. I mean, just look at the two, the Bad Juju and the Thorn. They look straight out of Crota's End. They compare just like with the other weapons in looks. So, it's probably false. It's probably not true. But it's just something that's been itching at me recently that I honestly believe. Not anything that Bungie would ever admit. So we'll never know for sure. But it's just what I think. This Fang of Ute is nice. Out of the 4 raid weapons, as I said earlier, this is my favorite. I like this one. It does strong damage. The fact that you have 27 bullets with the Field Scout, I love. I like being able to kill as many things as possible without reloading. So against weak enemies, you know, I could potentially kill 27 enemies without having to reload, or before I'll have to reload. And I love that. The Fang of Ute, definitely my favorite. Now, if you compare it to the Vault of Glass and the Vision of Confluence, if they were equal, level 331 attack power, I would actually prefer the Vision of Confluence. I want 331 Vision of Confluence, but because I like it better, you know, like in these strikes, these are what, level 26, I could be using it. But that, I'm used to the MMO style. I'm used to giving up old armor, old weapons that I loved, and moving on to the new stuff. So I've kind of forced myself to use these new weapons, you know. It's why I don't use the Fatebringer, and I don't use the Vision of Confluence, even though they're both still viable in most of the content. I've forced myself to move on, use the new weapons, and get used to them. A lot of people aren't like that. That's fine. That's just the way I am. There's definitely rumors out there, though, on the table that they will be, and they've actually said they're going to do something to make Vault of Glass not be useless. So that's the most Bungie said. But there's pretty much leaks out there showing there will be a harder version of Vault of Glass that will potentially, not confirmed, but potentially contain 331 versions of those raid weapons or better. I mean, at this point, a 331 Fatebringer or a 331 Vision of Confluence would be amazing. Those are the only two guns I would personally try to get. Unless it went over 331. If I had to pick the 4 categories of weapons, like I've showed you here, and they could be the same level. Vision of Confluence, I would choose that over the Fang of Ur-Ute. Fatebringer, I would choose over the Word of Crota. The pulse, I mean, really, do I need to make a decision on the pulse rifle? Is that a thing I need to do? I mean, I don't even remember the pulse rifle from Vault of Glass. I think I dismantled it, like, the day I got it, probably. So that doesn't matter. I would choose probably Crota's Zen. It doesn't matter. And, see, I said Scout and... Oh, Auto Rifle. That's one I would choose Crota. I would choose Abyss Defiant over Atheon's Epilogue. So it's probably, what, 2 and 2, maybe 3 and 1, I don't know. I don't know what I really meant by that whole comment. Just the fact that if they were equal damage, or, you know, attack powers, there's a lot of people that would prefer Vault of Glass weapons to Crota's Zen. And that's fine. I feel like they made some of the stuff in Vault of Glass a little too strong, but they didn't want to nerf it. So one way to nerf it is to not let you get a stronger version. So if they do give us stronger versions, it's kind of a moot point, I guess. I'm getting a bunch of blues out here. Y'all gonna want to see what those become. It's one of the things I dislike, watching somebody that, like, gets some engrams, you know, like, typically the legendaries are what matter. Somebody gets a legendary engram and then they cut their stream, like, alright, thanks for watching, guys. It's like, wait, what did you get?
One tendril of the depth stage has been severed, but their presence here still grows. In other dark places.
I thought I saw something else. Maybe I already picked it up.
We must continue to understand their power and haunt.
Alright, guys. 2 strikes, 4 weapons. I know these are the Nexus. They went kind of quick. I've got 7 minutes to spare at the moment, which is nice. A little unexpected. So I have time to go decrypt some engrams. See what those become. Let you guys see that while we're closing out this video. Wow. Using the better guns and I'm the worst person on the team. I didn't really use too much heavy or special though, so I guess that can be expected. I'm sure all these engrams that are blue, they're just going to be garbage. Rahul is not going to bless me with anything special. He never does. I don't know how many Cryptarch packages I've opened without getting a legendary. It's a little ridiculous. I liked it better when you ranked up a lot faster, twice as fast, but he was less likely to have a legendary. Because back when he was less likely to have a legendary, it seemed like every other package I got a legendary. And then they were like, you know what, we're going to make legendaries more frequent, but we're going to make the packages less frequent. And ever since then, I don't see very many legendaries at all. Maybe the patch notes were screwed up and they made both of them bad. Less engrams, less everything.
Always have something intriguing, not what I expected.
Nothing good, guys. Never anything good. One day I'll get that Galahorn. Every Friday I'm waiting at Zur, hoping he'll have it. Never does. Alright guys, that's everything for today. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you back here next time in Destiny.